Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the podcast / live stream. My name's Jake from Smelts Pressure Washing and Smelts Gutter Cleaning. Apparently, we've got all sorts of new stuff going on this week. It's just me today. We're going to be setting some goals, I think, for 2026. I think it's a good idea. I've never been a huge fan of goals because I think things change so quickly. But as long as you can set something that's achievable that you can aspire towards and work towards, I think it's a good idea. And it's a good way to start the year. I'm feeling quite tired, I'll be honest. I've been sat at this computer all day today. Went to the gym this morning and I've ruined myself. I think I've injured my rotator cuff. Is that a thing? Right there. Right there. And a chap at the gym told me today that he injured his shoulder years ago and it's never healed. And so that was exciting. So that I was very grateful for offering me that reassurance. But it's been hurting for about 3 weeks now. But we've got some big plans for 2026. I just want to sort of go through them because I haven't really figured them out in my own head yet. And I'm curious to hear what you guys have got planned as well. I'd like some feedback too, if possible. We'll get into all that. We'll do a bit of a Q&A as well, so if anyone's got any of those burning questions, business advice, exterior cleaning advice, anything specific with regards to equipment or chemicals, we can go through all that. Just let me know. Happy to answer any questions. Nick, welcome. I was a little bit late today, wasn't I? About a minute or two. Yeah, you got me on that one. Anthony, welcome. Finch, how you doing, mate? I've noticed you. I invite him out for our Smelts Christmas do, and you know how he repays me? He starts advertising in Redditch. I've seen you on the Redditch recommendations page. I'll remember that. I'm gonna start advertising in Pershore specifically. We've got our new website up and running. Everything has been migrated over from GoDaddy to Wix, and it's for me it's been a breeze because I haven't had to do anything because Russell's done it all for me. It looks ever so slightly different, and I'm not going to bore everyone with another full episode on websites because I know that's not everyone's thing, but I think it's worth just mentioning. It's absolutely SEO'd out of its mind. It's optimized to buggery. We've still got some adjustments to make. For example, these reviews down here are just screenshots. The links do work, which is cool, but we're still looking for like a feature, like a free feature on Wix. On GoDaddy, it had this feature at the bottom where it pulled from all your reviews, and you can do that on Wix, but it's a plugin, and it's usually like third-party plugins, and they try and charge you for it. So we're looking for a solution to that. So everything's the same here really, other than keyword optimizations and lots of other SEO stuff in the background like metadata and stuff. But we've got a new page. Russell has created this gutter cleaning page that is rebranded for Smelts Gutter Cleaning. And this is so it's the new logo. I don't know if I've showed anyone this yet, but it's the new logo. And this page is essentially a website in itself with regards to, that's compressed a little bit, it should be like that, but it's basically a website in itself with regards to all the SEO that's going on. This page should do really well on local search. I've still got to adjust all this text. I'm not happy with this section. We've got to, you know, the text is nonsense at the minute. I've got to go through it all and change it, but we've got the basics in place. We've got the fundamental building blocks in place, and I don't have a discount code for Howden, I'm afraid, Chris. Sorry about that, mate. It's quite hard to just do like a generic discount code for insurance, I think. I don't think you'll find one, to be honest. And Jack's left now. Jack Bowley, I think his name was. He was like the main guy that was integrating himself in the exterior cleaning community from Howden, and so I don't know if they will continue that. It's a really good strategy for any sort of business where you're reaching out to trades to generate business, because say that you're selling insurance, or you're selling SEO, or you're selling websites, or you're selling Google Ads services, anything like that that relies on trades. It's a really good idea, I think, to integrate yourself into the community and start posting on the, you know, get involved with the Facebook groups and start putting your name out there, because a lot of these industries don't have, like for example, the exterior cleaning space, Jack was the only guy really offering insurance tailored to exterior cleaning. And then you've got the uniform guy. Who's the uniform guy? There's a guy that basically just does uniform for exterior cleaners. It's all like bleach proof stuff. There's that Into the Wild studio, and he does all the graphic design for exterior cleaners. And he's like the only guy doing it, or one of the only guy that, you know, that people actually recommend. There's one guy doing Google Ads in the exterior cleaning space called. Can anyone remind me? Jack's wife still works for Howden's. They have people in the exterior cleaning section. Oh, nice. Okay, I didn't know that. You did Dreamcart, eh? They reached out to me. Spencer, welcome. How you doing? Simon, you're right, mate. Who's the guy that does Google Ads? I can't remember. Sam Aslop. Thank you, Simon. Thank you. And like, he's the only one that anyone recommends or knows that does it. And so I think there's so much opportunity out there if you're one of those services to integrate yourself. Like imagine doing it for plumbers, and then imagine doing it for painters and decorators, and then roof cleaners, and then interior cleaners, carpet cleaners. Like imagine you could be one guy doing it for all these different services. Like as soon as you're, say Google Ads for example, as soon as you've filled up like most of the main areas, and you feel like you're running out of real estate to sort of run ads for people in Manchester or people in Liverpool or whatever it might be. Once you've got your people in those areas that you're running ads for and helping, you just move trades. You just move from exterior cleaning then and add plumbing to your list of services that you're doing Google Ads for, and then you just fill them up again, and it's like infinitely expandable, I think, which is a pretty cool concept. I don't know why more people don't do it. I think it's because it takes a lot of it's a lot of time investment to try and get yourself integrated into the community without looking like you're just trying to sell the pants off it. You know what I mean? There's enough work for us all, Jakey. There is. There absolutely is. I was only pulling your leg, mate. Don't worry. Does anyone in the chat want to share their goals? I think probably a lot of people, especially if you've had a bit of time off over the last couple of days, I'm wondering if you guys are in the same boat as me and you're really sort of looking at next year and thinking like let's make it a really good year and let's actually figure out what we're going to do. Because the last thing I want to do is be sat here again next year thinking maybe I hadn't done enough. This year, I'll be honest, this year I was kind of coasting, and we did good. We still did good. We did better than the year before. So, you know, in terms of turnover and all that sort of stuff, it's been a massive improvement. It's been major. But I haven't really had a clear direction for the business, and so I'm trying to figure things out and put stuff in place. Actually, like, move in a direction rather than just allow stuff to happen to me. So there's a couple of things I want to learn this year. I want to learn Google Ads, or I want to not even learn it. I'd say experience it to a point where I'm comfortable putting money into it. Because the last couple of years I've been so like, not against Google Ads because I know they work. I've just been a bit. I've not wanted to get involved. I've not wanted to really dip my toe in the water with ads, because I had a pretty crap experience with Facebook ads where I think I only put on about £14 a day on these Facebook ads, and it just sort of did nothing. But I didn't know what I know now. And so my strategy now is going to be slightly different. For example, we've got Smelts gutter cleaning. And I'm gonna optimize and run this service separately from the main business. So it's still all going in the same pot. I'm not taking out a different, you know, I'm not splitting the business in two or anything. I'm just splitting the branding in two. So I'm branding the gutter clearing separately, and I'm going to push this separately and make it look more like a specialist service. Someone specifically offering gutter clearing in Redditch and the surrounding areas. And I think that will do better than clicking onto a pressure washing page and then maybe them scroll and think, oh, he does gutters as well, I'll book him in for the gutters. You know what I mean? We're building it out so it's its own thing. I think you should set up a Smelt franchise. Do you think? Mills, welcome. How you doing, mate? I would like to branch into interior cleaning as well as exterior. Really? It's the one thing I am concerned about is, I know every week I've got into the habit of quoting Alex Hormozy, but he said something along the lines of one avatar, which is like one customer type that you're targeting. So one avatar, one channel, which is like one advertising channel, one marketing channel, one funnel. So one avatar, one channel, up to £1 million a year or $1 million a year. Then add stuff. So don't try and do 5-6 different things like I have. So don't get really good at pressure washing and then panic in September and think, oh, I need to start doing gutters, and like, oh, I need to start doing roof cleaning because I need to keep the work coming in, and I need to diversify and stuff. He's sort of saying, no, don't do that. He's sort of saying, just optimize your current business and make that really, really good, instead of trying to bandage it up by just adding more and more, because you're adding more complexity to the business as you expand it. And I hope that's not what I'm doing now. I think the way I'm dividing it, I think I'm making the customer funnel clearer. But it's been quite confusing over the last couple of weeks about how to do it properly. When I say 100% no-brainer, I actually have no idea, but you've got such a strong brand, it could be great for the industry as a whole as well. What do you mean? What are you referring to? You mean 100% as no-brainer as in Google Ads, or no-brainer as in separating the business, or no-brainer as in franchise? How would a franchise be good for the industry as a whole? Either way, I know I need to employ a team leader now. That's what I'm going to be doing. That's sort of next on the list. Now that I've sort of got the website and the Facebook page and stuff sorted, I've started posting a couple of reels. Well, I've done the first reel today, the first bit of content today. So we've got this one. This is a reused piece of content from a couple of years ago now, actually. It can't be a couple of years because Jakey's there. It was probably about a year ago. And I've got the original footage, sewn it together slightly differently and added a different voiceover on, because we're really going to be pushing the gutter inspections. So the strategy for this is going to be, I know I'm bouncing all over the place here, but bear with me because I haven't figured it out myself yet. But the strategy for this is going to be push these free gutter inspections. I'm going to be posting 5 reels over the next 5 days to try and generate clicks on this website, on this gutter inspection page. I'm trying to get people to hit this button, basically. I'm sending all my traffic so that people hit this button and they get to this gutter inspection booking form. So this is just a Google form. Anyone can make these. They're free. Really effective for capturing customers' information. So 5 reels, 5 days. This is posted on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I would like to have posted it on YouTube as well, but apparently when I make a new account, I can't. I need to wait 30 days or something before I can start posting stuff. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Might have been 7 days, can't remember. We're going to see which one does the best out of those 5 reels. I've posted a couple of bits on Instagram as well, just to sort of fill out the account so that people have got stuff to look at when they land on that reel. If they do decide to check out the rest of the page, I think that's a nice picture. I need to maybe use that picture a little bit more. So we'll choose whichever reel does the best in terms of views and in terms of conversions. So we'll see which reel generates the most clicks and turns into the most gutter inspections. And then we might put some money behind that as an advert and run that on Facebook or Google. I haven't figured out which one yet. I'm guessing probably Facebook. I don't even know if you can do a video on Google Ads. Can you do a video on Google Ads? This is such basic knowledge. Like, you can see how much I know about Google Ads. I know nothing. But essentially the Google Ads are going to point back to this landing page. So I'm quite excited by it all. It's all been a bit confusing trying to set it all up and figure out what I need to do first. I've got this business plan. There's so many moving parts to it. Let me show you. So many moving parts. But this is the plan. So I needed to create, basically, once I created the logo and the website are the main thing to get it running. And then off the back of that, we need to create a new Facebook business account, a new Instagram business profile, and link those together so that when we put a post on one, it propagates to the other one as well. And then we need to create a new TikTok business profile, new YouTube account, a new My Google business profile. I'm not sure about this one yet because then it's like starting a new business from fresh, because I've got no reviews either. I've got no reviews on Facebook and I'll have no reviews on Google. So I don't know how I'm going to manage that, whether I just point everything back to this business profile, my current one. I don't know. New Google Drive, new email address. So the email address was actually the first thing I did because I need that for everything else to work. And then LinkedIn, I'm considering doing a bit more work on LinkedIn. And so I'm essentially managing two businesses now, and it's a lot of work. Just started to realize today how much work this is going to be. And I'm trying to make sure that I've got time, basically, to do this well and to do it properly. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. Got some nutter talking about Joe Rogan in the chat. Can you time out, or do I just need to remove? Time out, I can. 10 minutes, there you go. See if you want to come back and actually contribute anything. Finch, when you say you want to go into interior cleaning as well, is that something you've seriously thought about, or was it just like, oh, that'd be cool? Regarding the franchise, today I was talking to a HNW client. HNW, not sure what that means. High net worth client, who's floating setting up a franchise for home garden related services. So thought if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for Mr. Smelt. I don't know why I put a Mr. in front of that. That's weird. I've looked at people that have done. In my personal opinion, I don't understand franchising an exterior cleaning business. The barrier to entry for most exterior cleaning services is so low, and it's so little investment, and I suppose you could say there's a lot to learn. There is a lot to learn. You know, when you get over that first hump of getting a bit of experience behind you and thinking, oh, I'm doing all right at this, like I'm making some money and stuff, then you realise, oh my God, there's so much to learn. Like technical details and chemicals, equipment, all that sort of stuff. But getting to the top of that first hill is so doable for most people. I mean, I managed to do it with a 9-to-5 job and a mortgage and kids and a dog and a cat and not much time on my hands, no money, and within, I was profitable within the first 6 months. And so imagine someone that has like a small investment or plenty of time on their hands, you know what I mean? Imagine someone that had more time on their hands than I did working a 9-to-5 job. Imagine someone who's a little bit more business savvy than I would. Like I had no idea. I'd never run a business before. I'd never been self-employed before. And so, I don't know, paying down like a huge franchise fee 15, 20, 30 grand to become part of a franchise, I don't understand why you wouldn't just set up your own business at that point. If you've got 30 grand to throw into, I don't understand it. I don't know why anyone would do it personally. I think that's a really hard sell. If I've got 30 grand, or if I'm going to get a 30 grand business loan or whatever it might be, I'm going to make my own thing. Why would I want someone else's branding? I don't really get it. I understand if it's like a high street. Even then, what are the main benefits of franchising? It's piggybacking off of a brand that's already very well established, isn't it? You're right, I take it all back. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not. I'm just wondering what the benefits are. If I had 30k, I'd start my own. Yeah, me too. I did it for 300 quid and I'm doing all right, you know what I mean? I was thinking about those chicken restaurants, those high street. We've got one in Redditch called Pepe's. It's really good. Takeaway chicken. And that's got good branding. And they've got great reviews, and they're really brilliant little restaurant, brilliant little takeaway. And I can imagine that's probably a franchise because there's quite a few of them up and down the UK. But I suppose the whole idea of a franchise is an already very well established brand that is proven to be able to generate legitimate, regular, qualified leads and work. Especially like if you've got a lot of good commercial contracts and stuff, that's valuable. So I can see how that would be helpful to piggyback off of that branding. You've got the support of the franchisor. You've got the they're probably always at the end of the phone. They're going to set you up to win, not to fail, because it's in their interest that you win. Codrin, welcome. I really missed this live. Welcome back. It's been a while. Where have you been? What have you been up to? Finch says, my mum is self-employed, cleaning. We have a couple of clients together. Oh, that's cool. I meant I'd like to push more and get the team with my mum, if that makes sense. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's kind of like my sister. I got a lead through from one of my sister's customers today. I just on the off chance just said, oh, by the way, because I was curious if they come through the new website, and I said, by the way, how did you find out about us? And she says, my cleaner is Smelts Cleaning, and so I just found you on, I think she said I found your page, found you on Facebook maybe. So it works. My sister's got a lot of customers that came from me as well. So I reckon next year, because she's not been going long, she's probably been going for about a year now. I think next year is probably going to be the big one, where it's because she's slowly expanding as well. She's getting more staff and stuff. She's I think we're going to start crossing over a lot of customers and helping each other out quite a lot. And we're going to merge the branding a little bit as well. She's going to rebrand to make it look a little bit more like mine and Zach's. My brother's doing well. If you guys haven't already, I'd appreciate a little follow on the Smelts Cleaning. You'll be able to sort of follow along and see what the views are doing and what the engagement's doing and stuff, and see whether I manage to get decent reviews. Probably won't be any reviews for the first couple of weeks because we're not really doing any work. We just focus on the marketing. But if you look for Smelts Waste Management, I'm on the wrong page here. Hang on. My brother's been doing really well. He's been getting some like proper leads, proper work of his own organically. Loads of people have started tagging him. He's quite a popular guy, like, so loads of people have been tagging his page on Facebook. He's been going a couple of weeks and he's got 1,200 followers already. That seems really good to me. So this is one of the big jobs he did today. Like, this might not look like much from the pictures, but after I helped him hoik some fence panels around the other day, like, this is, I can see this is a lot of work. It's probably multiple trips as well. These fence panels are heavy, pallets are heavy, lots of walking back and forth. And I think this was just like a organic job that came through Facebook from a tag. And he's saying what he's noticed is, because he's trying to appeal to a more professional audience, because most of the people in Reddit are sort of, they're a bit scruffy and they're a bit sort of, and like everymen, like just man with a van style people. They're not really that professional at first glance anyway. And I've had some bad experiences with waste removal. I've had it a couple of times where I've said, like, I need this scrap removing from my drive, can someone come and get it? Loads of people message you, you get the prices, you say yes, and then just no one turns up. And then you do it again, you message the next person, and then they don't turn up, even though they say they're gonna. It's really weird. And so Zach's focusing on being professional, presentable. So, you know, good uniform, well spoken, smart, friendly, approachable. Keeping up with all these before and after pictures, and his strategy, again, similar to mine, is going to be...
You will not believe what we got free on a scrap collection today.
It's going to be mainly focused on the content and showing people the sort of behind the scenes of scrap, because I didn't know anything about scrap collection. I thought it was all a bit mystical. I never knew where it all went. Most of the time it gets dumped on the side of the road, but I've never seen inside the big waste places. And I've been out with Zach on a couple of his jobs, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see, like, how it all works. But he's been picking up like washing machines and dishwashers and cookers and stuff. And I think he only gets about £5 a pop for these. So, but he's trying stuff, like he's trying to figure it out. He's wondering like, is the scrap metal worth doing? Because obviously it takes up a lot of space. You want to optimize your journey, so you don't want to be just dropping one or two tumble dryers down. You want to sort of collect them all up and drop them all off at once. You've got to make the loads, so let me just pause it here. You've got to make the loads worth sort of dropping off, because you've got a minimum charge when you go on the weighbridge. So you want to make sure you're over that minimum charge every time you go, else you're sort of wasting money. There's a lot to it, man. There's a lot to it, but he's doing some big jobs, and he's doing like hundreds and hundreds of pounds a day. And he's been going a couple of weeks. This page was non-existent a couple of weeks ago, and it's all of a sudden he's got loads of reviews. Have a look at this. This is what he got the other day.
Considering it was free. Now for the real banger. Here it is, our amazing find. A Mountfield ride-on lawnmower. Literally looks brand new, and we'll be working on getting this started in the new year. Comment any old iron.
I'm gonna be flagged for that music, I reckon. But it's like brand new. This old woman, I think her daughter got in touch actually and said, like, I don't know if she said it don't start. I can't remember what she said. They just wanted it out the way. And no lie, it looks brand new. It's been sat out in the rain for a bit, so it's got a bit of green on it, but he's got a new key for it. He's changed the starter solenoid. There's like a solenoid in there that's it's broken, so we sort of tried bypassing it the other day, and we got the engine started turning over. We was like, it's sick, this is going. But it's still not fully running, so I think he needs to charge the battery up. But like, if he gets that running, that's That's almost a grand's worth of, second hand. One of these mount fields, and about £2 new these are. It's in really good nick. But it's just so impressive. Look, he's got 16 reviews already in a couple of weeks. This just seems wild to me. Like, the momentum here is just so impressive. And like, he's not, it's nothing to do with me. Like, you might think I've been sharing his stuff and giving him a bit of a boost. Like, I haven't. I've shared 1 or 2 things on my story, but that's not been the main contributing factor. It's been him putting work into it and being on the Facebook pages and spreading the word about and stuff. It's very cool, man. Very cool. It just shows you can do anything. Who would have thought you can just start a waste collection business and just start making money in days? Sorry I'm late. Joining, been watching Ipswich game. Okay, nice. Is that rugby? Tennis? Football? No idea. Last week's live was great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Codrin started pressure washing in March, advertised on Facebook, and work has been made. Have never worked so hard in my life and couldn't wait for Christmas to have a few days off. Pressure washing and patio restoration, roof cleaning, and all sorts. Worked hard and made my money. Thank you, Jake, for building the motivational aspect on this platform. Oh, Codrin, you're very welcome, mate. That's very cool. So what made you start the pressure washing? Was it from some of my earlier videos, or was it just something you wanted to do and then you sort of found me afterwards? Very cool that it seems to be working for you. If you say you've never worked so hard in your life, sounds like a good thing. I mean, wouldn't you rather have never worked so hard in your life for yourself than for someone else? I was talking to my brother-in-law about this the other day. Like, the amount of work and effort some people put into their 9-to-5 jobs, unpaid overtime and all that sort of stuff. Sorry, there's someone at the door. Dog's going wild. Imagine doing that for yourself. If you could spend all that time and energy on your own thing rather than someone else's thing, you can't deny it's a totally different life. It's a different feeling. It's a different sense of accomplishment. It's a different feeling going to bed at night, feeling accomplished, knowing that you've done something, knowing that you've created something and done it yourself. Oh, it's a football game. Oh, okay. We don't know much about football around here. I don't, anyway. Hazy Jane's in the building. Should we pop her open? A little post-Christmas Hazy Jane. Been in the fridge all day. Don't mind if I do. How you doing? How's little Jakey getting on? Dale, welcome. I think he's back today. He told me... I'm sure he told me he was back on the 29th. Hello? Oh, you're joking. You are joking. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have fun.
You don't have to do this every time you come round, you know.
No, I know, but it just puts such a big smile on me. And Maya thought me into getting her one, so.
You cheeky monkey. Hello. You're right. Look at this. Kate, Soph's sister now thinks that every time she comes round, she has to bring me an apple pie and a McFlurry to be able to enter the house. I told her she couldn't come in last time. How cool is that? So what I tend to do is crack the apple pie into the ice cream. Oh my god, we've got everything going on. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Good?
Good.
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 So yeah, I think Jakey's back today. I haven't heard from him yet. He's probably very tired. But he's heading back out to Australia, or he's traveling. He's going traveling again, so he's not staying basically. So I need to find someone else basically, and I thought it's a good opportunity now. What I've learned from employing Jakey was, as fantastic as he was, I could have really done with someone who could drive the van, and that was a limiting factor for the business because it was a little bit limiting for the business because it meant I can't step back. He needs me there every day to be able to drive him around, because for him to try and get insured on the van, it was about $6,000 a year, which is ridiculous.
Daddy,
Yeah.
is that the thing where it's that the one that takes the picture of that,
That's the one that takes the picture.
and then we can see on the TV?
Yeah.
Mm.
And so now I've learned that I should probably. Do you want to go back downstairs, girlie?
Yeah,
Go on.
because I have an Oreo ice cream.
Do you? Love you.
Love you.
Your trousers look nice. Can you shut the door, please? She's deaf at the moment. She's got an ear infection, so she's can't hear a word I say. So I think I need someone over the age of 25 so that they can get insured on the van. And I reckon, rather than just employing a labourer, I should employ someone as a team leader, geared up towards someone who can step in for me, who I can train up to do virtually everything I can do, and then they can train the next person, and so on and so forth. I don't plan on expanding necessarily, but I would like a small team around me to make me more efficient with my time. So I'm looking for a team leader. I've got a few people in mind, but we've got nothing set in stone yet. I just want the right person, really. I'm not trying to rush that decision. And we're also looking at things like another van for the gutter clear inside. We're looking at a unit. It's gonna be such an expensive January. I've just spent 200 quid to move the website over to Wix. So that was like 2 years worth of domains, whatever it was. Can't remember. We're gonna get a new leaf blower. We're gonna get a new set of ladders, like all that sort of stuff. It's with a new employee and everything that goes along with that, new uniform, new branding, all that sort of stuff. It's going to be a very expensive January. So I just want to get all my ducks in a row before I start pulling the trigger on some of this stuff. Something I was thinking to do, and then you came along. Oh, it was something you were thinking to do, and then I came along, and it was the momentum that was like, this is doable. Let's try it out. Wouldn't exchange it for anything else. Oh, Codrin, I'm glad it's working out for you, mate. Met you in Pershore for the demo with the roof cleaning pole. I'm picking up a setup in March. Nice, Joshua. Nice, mate. Congratulations. Thanks for coming up. I would like a second van for working after just getting over having to buy a new van and fitting my old system inside. Have you got a second member of staff, Crystal Clean? The Windows is curious to me as well, because if I offer, my sister offers interior cleaning, my brother offers the waste management, I do the pressure washing, roof cleaning and gutters. It sort of makes sense to have someone doing windows as well, to be like we'd like fully take over Redditch at that point in terms of like cleaning. It would make sense, but the windows just don't interest me. It's such low ticket, but it's regular work, and I think it'll be the easiest service to set up and train on potentially. Someone else would probably enjoy doing it. I wouldn't personally want to do that work myself, but I'm sure I'd have no trouble employing someone else to do that work. Good incentives, good margins, good benefits, and they'd essentially pay for themselves, and I'd sort of just earn a bit of residual commission off them. I'd like to think it would sort of manage itself. They could sort of manage their own schedules and stuff. And that's something that's expandable. That it's just like, okay, that person's calendar's full. Let's get someone else in and have him train him. And then we can fill up his calendar. And then just rinse and repeat. So I'm thinking about all that as well, but that's something maybe for the year after. Maybe not next year, but the year after. I don't know. Maybe. It depends how quickly we move with the gutter cleaning. Depends how well that service stands alone. I don't know. Which leaf blower? Funny you should ask. It's like the most expensive one you can buy, which isn't on purpose. It's just, I've looked at some of the others. It's not the most expensive one you can buy. It's just a good lawnmower. I just thought like everything else I've got is Honda with regards to the pressure washers and stuff. And this is a 4-stroke. I don't know whether it's this exact model, but including that, it's like, yeah, 475 quid. Oh no, sorry, 345 quid including that. That was the old price. But it's 4-stroke, so you don't have to muck about with the fuel, adding the 2-stroke additive to the fuel and stuff. And I've tried battery leaf blowers, and I don't think they're there yet with regards to like battery capacity and power and stuff. Granted, the one I got was probably a base model, but I got a big chunky 5 amp battery for it, and a 2 amp as well. And if you've got a big driveway, and we're doing a lot of that like hard setting sand where it's really important to blow off as much excess as you can, they just don't last. You could use both batteries on one job and run out, and then you're stuffed. There's no backup. You can't just charge the battery at the customer's house. Whereas with something like this, you just top it up with fuel and carry on. So I just realised the sort of work we do and the amount of resanding that we do in the summer, especially, and the amount of sealing jobs we do, I just can't afford not to have something that's ultra reliable and powerful and something that's not going to waste my time. I feel like the battery leaf blowers were just wasting my time, and I hate wasting time. Happy Christmas, P. Mer, welcome. You could lower that. Talk to insurance about the dash cam. That should help probably. Okay, with Jakey's insurance, you mean? Yeah, maybe. I mean, either way, commercial vehicle insurance. We looked at loads of different. When I say loads, we looked at about 5 or 6 different types of vans, and I even spoke to Howden on the phone, and they said like, you're not going to get anything for his age. He was 19 at the time. He said you're just not going to get anything that's realistically worth paying for. He just said sort of wait a couple of years until he's got a bit more driving experience and stuff, and yeah. I work with my son. My youngest son has been helping out with a shorter daylight. I would like to get my son out in a van on his own. so I can have time to fit in gutters, etc., rather than just working a Saturday. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than building it with your family, is there? If you can get family and friends on it. I always found an easy way if you do windows, when you build up trust. I've had loads of work from guttering to pressure washing. I was saying to someone the other week, and last night actually, I did a little Discord call last night with a couple of people. It's got to be the easiest. If you're a window cleaner and you've already got this established round of customers, maybe you've got 40 to 100 customers that already trust you. You already do a good job for them. You've already got their contact information. They already pay you every 6 weeks, whatever it might be. It's the easiest thing in the world to upsell a new service to those customers than it is to try and go out and find new customers. The difference there, like, some people don't realize what they've got already. They don't realize they've got this huge diary of untapped potential with your old customers that you've already served. All you have to do is send out a couple of messages and say, "Hi Jane, we did your windows yesterday. Noticed your gutters could do with being cleaned or vacuumed out. I noticed you got a little plant growing out your gutters. Do you want us to sort that next time we're round?" "Oh yeah, give me a price." It's like, it's so easy. So easy. So we've been working as a 3 this month, 2-man system, but I have 45-litre trolley and barrel for my youngest son. That sounds great. That sounds so good. A father and 2 sons going out and doing work as a small team. That sounds so good. Still BG86. Is that a 4-stroke? It's a powerful handheld leaf blower. 2-mix engine. I don't think it's a 4-stroke, is it? The reason I like the Honda over the Still was because I don't have to mix the fuel. And again, anything that saves me time next year, I am all about it. I've got 600 customers, so I need another van to take on more and get better work-life balance. 600 window cleaning customers is crazy. It's brilliant, mate. Well done. That's 600 potential upsells, that is, for every service that you offer. Hello, Matt. How you doing, mate? Sorry, Jake. I work with my son, but I also have another son helping me this month. 2 girls, 2 boys. Need to watch more lives. Am I wasting time trying to go in the power washing business? User PB8MV9MI3D. You could say that about any venture. Are the people that make a good living out of exterior cleaning? There's thousands of them. So do you think they would consider it a waste of time? Do you think they regret doing what they're doing? Like, it's, you could say that about anything. Like, do I think it's a waste of time to start up a chicken shop? Like, how many chicken shops are there? Do I think it's a waste of time to invest in crypto? It's like, it's a very, very broad question, that is. There's so many people that have been successful. You can't really... You say that window cleaning is a low ticket item. However, if you price correctly, it doesn't have to be. I was talking to Matt about this the other day, and he said something I think he said he was going to do like a, I hope you don't mind me mentioning this, Matt, but he said he was going to do a £20 minimum charge. And when I think about window cleaning, I remember the old days when my mum used to have a window cleaner and it was like 12 quid. 12 quid every like 4 or 6 weeks and stuff. And I just don't see any world in which I'm going to go around to someone's house, open the van, pull the equipment out and do whatever I've got to do and get back in the van and drive away and then chase payment for 12 quid. I just don't see it at all. But when Matt said £20 minimum charge, I thought, ooh, if you can be in and out within, you know, how long does it take to clean an average 3-bed? If you're doing it efficiently, it's got to be like, it's got to be less than 10 minutes, innit? Don't have to chase payments anymore, go cardless. Yeah, I mean, if you're running it efficiently like that, a lot of people, I see a lot of chatter on the Facebook pages about people chasing payments and customers not being there or forgetting that you're coming and they leave the gate locked and all that sort of stuff. I can't be arsed with all that nonsense on a low ticket job, you know what I mean? But if you're doing volume, I can totally appreciate how some of these massive businesses, they're doing window cleaning, providing services all up and down the UK. They've got hundreds of staff. I can see how they make money. Like, of course you make money doing it. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I can't speak on it because I haven't done it, so I don't know. I've got no experience. There are people that will pay £100 for gutters and people that will only pay £40. There is a market for £20 minimum charges. The £12 hunters are not my customers. Fair enough. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I thought it'd be quicker than that. Me and Jakey were doing gutter clearing jobs in 20 to 40 minutes, in and out. 80, £100. This is what I mean about, like, it. If you put those same strategies into being efficient for a higher ticket job like gutter clearing, just seems to make a lot more sense to me, that does. Don't know, I'm not sure. What you say is a good business to start next year with low cost to get set up. Mate, I'm not the guy really to answer those questions for you. It's yeah, you need to do some work yourself, you know what I mean? I'm not just gonna give you a business and then a business plan and tell you how to go make the money. Like, you've got to figure something out, you know what I mean? You've come to an exterior cleaning podcast / live stream. We do exterior cleaning. I do exterior cleaning every day. People in the chat, we all do exterior cleaning. That's what we do. That's the business we do. We wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't worth doing, you know what I mean? So it's just a hard question to just, you know what I mean? I don't know. My window cleaner charges £10 3-bed semi takes him 20 minutes. You got to get them on go cardless from the word go. I priced a bungalow today, £57 first clean, then £34 4 weekly. They're absolutely fine with the price. Also, once Facey is doing £50 a side, £257 first clean. Yeah, I mean, you're upselling services as well. I don't doubt that it's profitable and that you're happy, customers happy. I get it. I do get it. Codrin, my minimum charge for 3-bed semi is 30 quid for 8 weekly. Customers are happy, I'm happy. Yep.
Guess who's in my room? No. Guess who's in my room?
Who's in your room?
Yes.
Crackers?
No. It's just look. It's your Kippy.
Kate.
No, my the other animal we have.
Coda?
Yeah.
She's in your bedroom?
Yeah.
Are you going to bed?
No.
Okay. I'm just doing a bit of work, alright. I'll speak to you in a bit, alright?
Goodbye.
Love you. Bless her. Yeah, I'm not doubting that there's money to be made in window cleaning. I'm just not sure. You know, now that I've experienced some of the higher ticket stuff, I'm just not really interested in making a couple of quid here and there. Like even driving from one property to another, I just don't feel like I want to do it for that little money. But then you could argue I'm advertising free gutter inspections, so there's that as well. So I am willing to do, you know what I mean? I don't know. We've all got our things, haven't we? There's some people that say, you know, I tried cleaning roofs, I'm never going to clean roofs again, because they've had a certain experience with it, and I just don't find that. I don't find window cleaning very gratifying. The whole ethos behind my business was take photos of everything, before and after photos, content, videos, and you just can't really do anything good with. I mean, that's a challenge for someone actually, because I'm sure you could do something good with window cleaning footage and window cleaning before and afters and stuff, but it just doesn't seem like it lends itself to the content as much as pressure washing does and gutter clearing does. In my opinion. The difference with window cleaning is that you're not having to find the customers again next month. They're already on a subscription basis with you. That's very true. But wouldn't you also agree that it then becomes a job? You're revisiting the same properties every month, or every 6 to 8 weeks, whatever it might be, and you're literally just trading your time for money. I suppose we're all trading our time for money. I don't know. It just seems like it would become mundane. It'd become a little bit like a job. Whereas what I'm doing at the minute feels a little bit free, and I might get a couple of days of small jobs where I can sort of relax a little bit and just potter about and just do the minimum. And then other weeks I'm doing massive jobs and earning thousands of pounds a day, and it's just like I can set my own pace, and I don't think you can really do that with window cleaning. You just sort of got to get them all done, haven't you? And then get them all done again next month, and so on. No one's really grateful. You guys might be able to tell me differently, you know what I mean? Because are your customers grateful? Do they... It depends what sort of relationship you've got with your customers, I suppose. Like, do they come out and have a chat with you every visit? And do they give you good reviews? Do they talk about you to friends and family. They post stuff on Facebook saying, I can't believe how good my window cleaner is. Don't know. It's different. It's just different, isn't it? It's just a different way to make money. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't think it's for me at all. Having compact work for window cleaning is key. Makes you more efficient. Yeah. I think, Jake, the windows you have not time for with what you do. And I couldn't fit in pressure washing as I'm so busy with the windows. Yeah. My window cleaner is a decent guy. Just trying to support his family. To be fair, there's not even point cleaning my windows as they're all shot. But for a tenner, I just do it to help support his business. That's cool. That's very nice of you. What's that, like £10 a month or £10 every 6 weeks or something? What's everyone's goals for 2026? Has anyone got any big plans? Or is it do more of what you're doing, just better? More efficiently? Are you looking to... Hello, Cedars. Welcome, mate. You're right. Sorry, I'm eating. I know people don't like watching people eat on stream. You can't say no to like a free McFlurry and an apple pie. You just can't say no, so I've just got to eat it before it melts. I'm sorry. Is anyone looking to make like small efficiencies to make the business run smoother? Are you looking to hire someone? Are you looking to buy new equipment that's going to make the job easier? A new van maybe? Are you going to expand the business in a certain direction? Are you going to work on the advertising, the marketing, the website, the socials? I'm interested to know you guys' plans to see if they're like similar to mine, you know what I mean? Or whether you're just sort of content and you're going to do exactly the same as you did this year. Because this year worked and you're happy. How many of us are content? That's a good question. If I do say so myself. How many of us, let's do a little vote. Are we happy with the way things are going? Are you content with your business currently? Riddle me this. Let me know what you think. Or is there room to... Is there more to do? Or are you just leaving it as it is? Not to say you won't make changes or you haven't got plans and stuff, but are you satisfied that what you're doing is working and you just need to do more of that? Because I'm sort of, I don't want to keep messing with stuff, but I also got to acknowledge that I don't have a clear direction with what I want to do yet. It's all a little bit up in the air because I'm not very good at sticking to plans, because with me things change so quickly. Like, I didn't know this was going to be my best year. I didn't know last year I was going to get an employee for the first time. Stuff changes. My opinion changes all the time. I thought, I don't need an employee. I'm quite happy doing it myself. And then my brother came and helped me. I was like, oh, this is good. And then Rich came and helped me. I was like, bloody hell, this is good. Maybe I do need an employee. You keep learning and growing. And so it's hard to set goals when you're constantly growing. I'm almost done with this, I'm sorry. Thank you, Kate. I just bought this chair, quite new, a couple of months ago. It's already squeaking its bollocks off and it's really annoying because that's the reason I got rid of the last one. "14 votes, 64% of you say that you are content with your business. 36% are not. That is interesting. £10 every 4 weeks. Definitely do more of what we're doing. And you've been a big inspiration, Jake. Oh, Finch, thanks, mate. Very much like you, Jake. 1 day a month Windows and really struggle to find the motivation. Yet driveway cleans I look forward to each one. I think this is due to the content. Maybe like you, it's fun. Yeah, I can imagine that. I can imagine if you've got a couple of days worth of windows to get round, like 20, 40, 60 windows to get round. I could imagine being able to drag myself out of bed to go and do that, you know what I mean? But each to their own, innit? Good evening from Brazil. I'd like to get better clients for financial consultancy. Evening, welcome. Financial consultancy. Better clients. When you say better clients, you mean more qualified ones, or more qualified for the service that you're selling, or higher paying clients? Like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by better clients? Crystal would like to get a better work-life balance, get my son in a van, and push for more customers. I always use winter to think of making each day's work more compact, and about the price rise in April. Is that a common thing where regardless of the economy or inflation or whatever it might be, you just always put the prices up in April? Is that a thing? Mills is content. Macaulay says, my clutch has been gone since the 22nd of December. What a terrible time of year for a clutch to go. That's heartbreaking, isn't it? Couldn't get it into the 5th of Jan, but as soon as it's back, I'll be working harder than ever. Nice. Dale says, my plans. I'm a crash barrier installer with a team of 4 spread across 2 vans. I'm getting another van with my pressure washing kit in, and I'll be employing my brother to get him a job. You're a crash barrier installer. I'd never even considered that as a job. Is that a self-employed crash barrier installer, or is that, are you like, do you work for the council, or do you get council contracts or like government contracts and then you do it as a subcontract basis? Like, how does that work even come around? That's seems quite interesting, that does. But you've already got the vans, and it's like, I might as well stick a pressure washer in it and use what I've got. Crystal's content with what I do, but always looking to push for better. Customers come and go and move house, etc. Cedars says 2026 for me is to grow my socials more and secure more commercial work. I think you've moved quickly, Cedars. It's cool to see that you've skipped all the progression that I did through all my different machines and trying to bodge stuff together and starting small. You've sort of gone from 0 to 100. Your socials are smashing it, and it's like you're immediately sort of equipped to go and do bigger jobs now. Are you going to be? That's a curious question for you, Cedars. Are you going to be employing someone to help with like bigger jobs, commercial work and stuff, or are you going to like subcontract to like other local people, or something different? Because I found quite early on, my equipment was the main thing that I was lacking in confidence to do big commercial jobs. But then also, I thought, I haven't got any manpower behind me. If I get a really big job, and some of them are really big, I need help. I need someone else with another piece of equipment, or multiple other people with multiple pieces of equipment to come and help me with these big jobs. And I just don't really have anyone local to me that I sort of have a good relationship with yet. But that was quite early on. Like now, I could probably pull from the Discord and try and, if I got something really big, I know I could probably call in favours from here, there, and everywhere, and get a bunch of people on it. But it's different when you're first starting out. I know you've been going for a while now, but I'm just curious. Always good to feel you get tested, as that's where you learn, and test is where you've learned. Test what you've learned. Yes. When you say tested, I think you could swap that word out for fail as well. I think it's always good to try new things and fail and figure out what worked, figure out what was challenging about it, and then overcome the challenge and get better. And that is learning, that's growing. At the point where you're doing the same thing every day and you've reached your capacity, or you think you've reached your capacity for learning, you feel like you know everything there is to know about the subject and you don't need to do any more growing, I think life gets very boring at that point. I think it's always good to push yourself slightly outside your comfort zone. And someone was talking about it in the Discord the other day. They asked me, do you still get nervous doing jobs? And I said, yes. The only time I get nervous, and this will always be the case, is when I'm doing something new for the first time. So whether I'm either offering a new service, trying out a new piece of equipment, or working on a new surface that I haven't worked on before, using a new sealer, whatever it might be. The build up towards those jobs, I always get nervous, and that doesn't go away. And I think that's probably the same for a lot of you. And the guy sort of said, like, it's good to know that that still happens, like it's an ongoing thing, rather than I've got all this nervousness because I'm new to it. It's not unusual to be nervous, I don't think, because it shows that you care and it shows that you want to do a good job. But the same applies to testing yourself and doing new things. It's good to push yourself outside that comfort zone. It's good to feel nervous every now and again, thinking, is this going to be worthwhile? Was this risk worth taking? Was this investment worth making? Was this piece of equipment worth buying? Was this venture worth venturing? I'd like to do a podcast with you too, Jakey. I'm going to start my YouTube channel and push social media. And not to be nervous. Oh, Finch. I think we'd have a lot to talk about. I've got to do one with Clive first, though. We're going to do, I think Jay from Exterior Essentials is coming on next week. And then after that, we've got Ollie from Pressure Washer Sales and Service. I think I'm going to be going to them. So it'll be, it won't be any of this. It'll look a little bit different. And the week after that, I think I'll probably try and organise something with Clive. So we'll have to catch up. Jamie says, if you're into reading, check out Work the System by Sam Carpenter. It will help you with your employees and automating things efficiently. Thank you. I'll write that down. Copy and paste that for later. That one. I'll have a look. Thank you. Both more qualified and higher ticket. Okay. Have you got a strategy to do that with your customers, or are you sort of just hoping? Are you sort of hoping that you get better and attract more qualified, higher ticket customers, or are you going to do something specifically that's going to change that? I put prices up in April, only be £1 to keep up with cost of living. I've only recently done this. Once my prices are right, I would then consider £1 every 2 years, if that makes a difference. Yeah, I see what you mean. It took me a while to put my prices up. Not that I have like repeat customers every week who are going to notice. I just I forgot, to be honest. I didn't realize. I forgot that I had to do it. I was doing £40 a side for gutter clearing, and then I realized everyone around me was doing like like they'd gone from 30 to 40 to 45 to 50. I think it was block paving as well. We were talking a lot about cleaning block paving, and people went from like £3.50 to £4 per square metre, £4.50 to £5, and then upwards of £5. I was like, mine's always been £4. Like, maybe I need to up my prices a little bit. I just hadn't even thought about it. It hasn't really, I don't think it's really affected much in the business, to be honest. I think I'm still landing just as much work as I did before. Dale says, yes, I'm self-employed. It's all highways, England and local council works. I've travelled all over the UK. It's the barrier on top of bridges that I work on. There's around 50 of us in the country that do it. Okay, quite a niche thing then, if there's only 50 of you. Do you feel like you've got your... Are you doing good? Like, do you feel like you've got your sort of market cornered? And what's the reason for wanting to step out of that and do pressure washing? Because I can imagine... Because they're two sort of totally different services, really, aren't they? Is a 21 litre per minute machine enough with a 500 litre water tank? Yes. We used a 210 litre buffer tank on a 21 litre per minute machine, and it was plenty. I think 500 litres fine if it's van mounted, but if you're using like a wheelie bin, 250 litres is fine. Even if you're using a van mounted, like a 250 tall is like perfect, in my opinion. Because for your average size van, you're not going to be carrying any more than that around in the van with you anyway. You're not going to be driving around with a full tank. And as long as the customer's water supply is more than 14, 15 litres per minute, you're going to be absolutely fine. You're barely going to have to stop, if ever. So I do 400 cleans a month, and a £1 increase would generate me an extra £400 a month. I didn't think of it like that. Yeah, that's a very good point. When you've got volume, like a small change like that, I think you could increase costs and put a small print on the invoice, or however they pay you when they click on that page and they notice, oh, it's gone up £1. If there was a message there just to say, due to the cost of living, we've increased our prices by £1. Hope this is okay. Please give me send me a message if you've got any issues. I think that's quite understandable. I think it'd be more detrimental to send a message out to all 400 customers and say, oh, by the way, we're increasing our prices by £1. I think you're going to experience more pushback and more resistance if you make a big deal out of it. So I think just keep it quiet, but make it clear when the customer comes to pay or whatever it might be. I don't know how you can do that, but I'm sure there's a way. Like leaving a little comment on the invoice or whatever it might be. I don't know how you collect payments, so it's going to be different for everyone. But yeah, I wouldn't make a big deal out of a small price increase like £1. I just don't think it makes sense. I think it's going to cost you more customers than it needs to. Not that you asked. I'm just commenting. Cedar says, so I've got a good little network of people I can pay day rates to, but I have employed staff previously and wouldn't do that again and sub all of my roof work out. I have lovely work-life balance as it is. Crucial for me to maintain that. I'm curious to know why you wouldn't you subcontract all of your roof work out. Do you charge like a small percentage on your roof work, or you just give it to someone else? And I'm curious to why you wouldn't employ staff if you had bad experiences in the past. Maybe we talked about this before, I can't remember. Yes, Jake, failing is good. That's where we learn. Window cleaning is not simple. Kit fails. Yeah, 100%. Today, people away, so I had to negotiate locked gates. Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. How much am I looking at to have a pressure hose reel put above my pressure washer that is fitted on a skid plate in my van? And where's the best place to go? I'm in Manchester. A high pressure hose reel put above my pressure washer. In Manchester, I think it's very dependent on whether you're going to have a hose on that reel, or whether you're just going to have the hose reel and you're going to reuse your old hose, because that's a huge significant difference in price as well. I mean, hose reels are, you know, between £200 and £400 for a good one. They're not cheap, these high pressure hose reels. You can get them from Rutland Pumps, you can get them from PWS, you can get them from AC pressure washers. For anyone who's not in the Discord, for anyone who is in the Discord, we've got a members map, so make sure you're on the members map. You can add your own pin on here. Did you say Manchester? Who have we got around Manchester? Where is I mean, you could get to Stafford. You could get to Stafford and go PWS. Where's AC pressure washers? Does anyone know? I don't know where they are. I could just Google it, couldn't I? Have they not got a Google page? I didn't really want to go on their website. Where's the... Do they not have like a My Google? That's strange. Where the hell is that? Oh, we're closed. Okay. That's fine. Oh my god, why is this so difficult? Oh, they're just above Manchester. Yeah, you could go AC pressure washers in that case. AC pressure washers. These guys. I think it's these hose reels that are quite commonly used now. Hose reel. These stackable ones. It's the ones I've got actually. These ones, but that's a powered one, so you don't want to. These ones here, there's a 90 meter one. Here we go, 50 meter. These come with stacking kits as well, or you can buy stacking kits so you can put one on top of the other. But look, I mean, they're not cheap, and you get what you pay for with regards to quality with hose reels. I've had a lot of different hose reels, both high pressure and low pressure, and you really do get what you pay for. You can get a cheap one, but you've got to understand that they're cheap for a reason. With regards to mounting it above your pressure washer, like have you got a solution for frame going round, or have you got something that you could already bolt it onto? It's not a difficult job as long as you've got somewhere to bolt it. You know what I mean? What litre per minute was your first machine? 11, I think. I think it was a little Parker brand 11 litre per minute machine. And then I went up to a 15, and then straight to a 30. And then we got a 21 as well as the 30. But I don't use the 30 litre per minute at 30 litres per minute. It's always on idle, so we're probably using about 20 to 23 litres per minute maybe. It's the working away from home that I've had enough of. Now I've got the teams. I just need to step back, but I can't not work, if that makes sense. Yeah, if you're like quite a physical person and you're used to being out on the road, can you ever imagine yourself just being the admin guy, doing all the scheduling, doing all the quoting, basically sitting behind a desk and or going out and sort of meeting customers? Not do you think you could not be on the tools? I think I'd struggle to just not get involved. I'd have to be really disciplined with myself not to get involved, to put my manager's hat on. Especially because the idea of me stepping back slightly is so that I can focus more on the content. And to focus on the content, I need to be there to film stuff. And if I'm there filming stuff, I've got to get involved. I'm just not going to be able to leave. I'm not going to be able to leave it alone, because I know if I help, it's going to be done a little bit faster. So I'm going to wrestle with that, I think. And if I'm expecting someone to do all the filming for me, then why am I stepping back? I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. Luckily, my customers are expecting the price rise as I had to buy a new van. Most have ran a business, so they know more about this than me. All right, okay. Guys, I'm going to head off soon. Have you got any questions? Anything that anyone wanted to get off their chest or need to ask before I go away again for another week? I've been very, very quiet on the socials because I've been doing a hell of a lot of work in the background to try and organise stuff. I would find it hard to come off the tools, Jake. I'm 50 in Feb. Got to keep going. Really? Yeah, it's when you've grown something and it's sort of your baby. It's hard to let someone else run it for you, especially if it's customer facing stuff as well. If they're going to be doing work and you want it to be a certain standard and they're interacting with the customers every day, got to be the right person, isn't it? They're representing you and all the hard work that you've done. Mate, one bad review would be devastating. You know, stepping back and then a couple of weeks or a month in and you get a bad review. It's like, oh God, this could have all been avoided if I just hadn't have stepped back. if I'd have done that job, everything would have been fine. But you've got to, I suppose, understand. You've got to expect this sort of stuff. Read that book, Merry Christmas. You may recognize a few images. My tidy garden. If you've posted a link to your website, which I think that might have been what you've done, it won't let you post links in this chat, I'm afraid, mate. Have you got a new website, have you? Have you been using some boosted images, have you? If anyone's curious, if you become a member of the YouTube channel, Circle members and above not only get access to the Discord and everything that goes along with that, but you also get, for the boosted tier, you also get all these brand new boosted images that you can use for your marketing material. I've just used some of these on my website, actually. The last couple of years I've just basically taken pictures of almost every single job we've done, and they're decent pictures, and I've split them all into categories, and I've put them in the Discord so that people can use them, and I think it's good stuff. And you can just use it in your leaflets, you can use it on your websites, and you can do that by going onto the YouTube channel and on my main channel if you click on this join button here, or if you don't see the join button, if you click on the link that's in the description there, click on more and then go on that link. Boosted Circle members get access to the Discord. Boosted members get access to all those images that you can use for your marketing material. There's literally thousands of images, so plenty to sort through and use. I think I saw Clive's put some Cotswold exteriors. He's put some roof cleaning ones on his Facebook page today. They're good pictures. They're really good images. So might be worth it for some of you. For your new advertising strategies for the new year. Evening, Darren. How you doing, mate? Cleanexteriors.co.uk. Surprised you got that domain. That seems like quite a... Seems like there's probably quite a few people after that one. Did you have to pay a lot of money for that domain? Ah. Doesn't work. Clean exteriors is like a hyphen in between. Sorry, my clean exteriors, sorry. Hey. That's a good picture, isn't it? Whose is that? This looks nice. Ooh, how did you do that? I'd like to know how to do these. I think these are quite impressive. Ooh, whose is that? That's a nice picture as well. I'm glad to see people are using these, using them well. Looks like a good website, mate. This looks really good. View all testimonials. What our customers say. Oh, you've still got a bit of work to do, like you said. 5+ years experience, 300 happy customers. Google reviews. These are cool. Good pictures. Very good. Ooh, you've got your prices up. Interesting. Let me know how you get on with this. Showing your prices up front. I'm curious to know whether this is worth doing or not. Doing like a from, so that customers can sort of work it out themselves before they get in touch. Is this going to put people off, or is it going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, that's about what I thought it was going to be, so I'll get in touch. I don't know which way it'll go, and it might be different for different people. This is good, mate. It's got everything. Big long first page. It's a good homepage, I would say. Not that I'm the one to be rating this website. I think we had Russell on last week that would be more qualified to do this, but seems great. Very clear. Good branding. Nice and concise throughout. Yeah, I think it's good. Feels like ages. What's everyone up to? I seem to just be working in my little world all the time. I have been flying under the radar, keeping myself to myself, grinding and trying to get some stuff done, ready to hit 2026 rolling. '26, I think it's going to be a big year in terms of optimizing and organizing for Smelts pressure washing. Appreciate the feedback. Would love to have more of a chat at some point. Hoping to share the template and some advice with the community. Okay. I mean, Russell, who was on last week, that is helping everyone out in the Discord with all the SEO stuff. Again, if you're in the Discord, Russell's spending a hell of a lot of time helping people in the marketing section with regards to their websites. He's really doing some this is all off his own back as well. He's not being paid a penny to do all this, and so he really is helping people, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. Do you get much traffic with the website, or does social media work for you? It's funny you asked that, actually, because I've just, before the stream, I've just pulled up my latest traffic from today since we've made some changes and stuff. And already the site's only been live a day. Or a day and a half, maybe. And already we've got like 49 unique visitors. And I think that's pretty good. I don't know, this click to contact, I don't know where that's pulling the data from, because the mine goes to a contact form, so I don't know how it would work out that that's a contact form. Oh no, hang on, sorry, today it was 33 unique visitors today. So I think that's pretty good, really. Already. Like 33 people intentionally going onto my website today. I think that's good. I'm quite happy with that. Because they're landing there and then they're sort of seeing everything. They're seeing the whole package. It's not like seeing one, it's not like getting like a decent pop with a Facebook reel where you get a couple of hundred, couple of thousand views. These are people who are being very intentional with their clicks and coming onto your website and going through your services. And I think that's pretty good. I think that's I'm happy with that. You can see where people are coming from as well, look. And you can see live visitors on the page as well, which is a bit weird, but that's pretty cool. I like it. I really like Wix so far. Jake, I'm in Discord but can't seem to access the picture or see anything. Finch, I messaged you the other day on Discord. You need to, when you land in the introduction section, that's all you'll see. You'll only see these top few. In order to get access to the rest, you need to connect your YouTube account. So the same YouTube account that you signed up to the channel with, you need to connect that in the Discord settings, in your little settings wheel. And then it'll pull your information from YouTube and say, yep, he's a member, he gets full access. If you're a Circle member, the £5 a month, you'll get full access to the Discord. The boosted members, $12.99 a month, they're the ones that get access to all the pictures and stuff. One thing I would say, probably don't use my pictures in Redditch. I don't think that's a good idea. A lad did that a while back. A chap I know. He asked if he could use some of my pictures, and I said, like, where are you advertising? And he said, Redditch. And I said, nah, sorry. Doesn't really make sense, does it? Thanks for the advice, Jake. Appreciate it. No worries. Guys, I'm going to head off. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. I hope you've had a great Christmas. I hope you've got some good New Year's plans and you're working towards something cool for 2026. I'm feeling very excited. Feeling quite sort of nervous and a bit weird. Not sure where to focus the majority of my energy, but I'm also getting married in a week. I'm getting married next week, so I've got a lot going on. I wanted to say the biggest thank you, Jake, and to the community. Honestly, incredible, and the Discord has been an investment, has been the best investment all year. Oh, thanks, mate. I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Cheers, Finch, mate. Have a good one. See you guys. See you next week.